Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 10 of Can We Talk About Your WordPress Projects? Today we're going to talk about the importance of defining your technical approach. But before we do that, I want to show you my t-shirt. As promised, every episode I'm going to wear another WordPress t-shirt that I've acquired. This one is from WordCamp Miami, which is the first WordCamp that I spoke at in 2019. And I love this one because, I'm madly in love with the WAPU, and I like it because it is sort of neon colored and it goes with some of my leggings when I go to work out, like once in a blue moon. So anyway, this is one of my favorite t-shirts. Now let's talk about your technical approach. This is really more of a productivity thing for you, but it's also something you can communicate to the client to let them know what the infrastructure of their site is going to look like. So the 4 things that you need to include in your standard technical approach that then you can modify based on the details of the project and the details of the client are your plugin stack. Now, most website builders, website developers, WordPress folks, WordPress solution providers, most everybody has a set of plugins that they really like to use. So by developing that list and having that as a standard, these are plugins that you already know how to use, that you don't have to go learn anything new, then that saves you time in the long run. Now, if you go hunting new plugins every time you build a website, it's just going to be a giant time suck. So this helps you save time in the long run. Now, there's always going to be the occasion where you need a plugin you haven't used before, so you got to do some research. But you want to avoid that. Once you've done that, you need to add that one to your plugin stack. Even if it's not something you use on a regular basis, if it's one you've used before and it worked well, you need to go ahead and document that. The next thing is a page builder. If you're not using a page builder, then, well, I hate to say this because we all should be trying to adopt Gutenberg, but I'm not on that boat yet. I'm still using my favorite Elementor Pro plugin that helps me to just save an inordinate amount of time, especially like when I'm creating lessons for my online courses. I can use the template that I've created and just use it over and over and over and fill in the details. But all the formatting is already done, the layout's already done, I don't have to redo it. So that's why a page builder should probably be a part of your technical approach. And then to go along with that, everybody usually has a theme that they like the best. Now, back in the day before we had page builders, it was a challenge every time you built a website to find a theme that would fit the client's needs in terms of layout, look and feel, maybe some functionality, but those days are gone. If you're using a page builder and you use a theme that works well with your page builder, you can override the elements of your theme that are not working on any particular page. And so the theme becomes less and less important. It's still important, but it's not as important as it used to be. So choose a go-to theme that you're going to use over and over, and you know how it works, you know how to set it up, it takes no time. And then finally, create a dummy starter site. Create a site that has everything in it that you typically use, and then when you go get ready to start building a website for somebody, all you're doing is taking that standard one that you've created, copying it over into the development environment, and then making changes to it to meet the client's needs. Now, I'm not saying that you should have like cookie cutter websites. I don't mean that at all. But by having a starter site where you've already got your theme installed and configured, you've already got your standard plugins installed and configured, and all you're doing is copying it over, duplicating it, migrating it, making a clone of it to your development area, then you're just going to save hours and hours and hours of time. So those are the 4 elements of the technical approach that you should have defined for your WordPress business. Now, some of this you may include in the proposal and in other project documents for your client. And I usually do this. How detailed I get on that is dependent on the technical savviness, is that a word? Savviness of the client, and also the details of the project. Is it something they even want to know? Some of it they don't need to know, but I like to tell my client as much as possible. And then because all of this is going to be turned over to them at the end of the project anyway. So if I share some of this up front, then they understand the information when they get it at the end of the project. So there you have it. This is a really short episode, but if you want to learn more about managing projects and getting all your projects consistently completed on time, within budget, with the features that meet the client's business requirements, then I invite you to join the WP Project Managers Academy, which was recently launched. It's a free membership, and inside the program you get access to the WordPress Project Management 101 roadmap, which is going to give you everything you need to get started getting some of these processes in place so that you can start holding on to more of your return, more of your profit margin, and getting your projects done on time and within budget. You can also join our Facebook group, and I'll put that link somewhere on the page near this video, and it's on the screen also. Now, some things I only share with that group inside the Facebook group, so you might want to, if you're interested in learning more, you definitely might want to join that group. So in this little mini series that I've been doing inside the Can We Talk About Your WordPress Projects series, has been all about the essential processes that you need to set up in your business. And we started with acceptance management, and then we talked about client management, issues and risk management, change management, establishing a repeatable estimating process, your communication plan, your requirements definition process, and now the technical approach. In the next episode, we're going to talk about 5 reasons your clients do not get the content to you on time, why it's your fault, and what you need to do about it. The content bottlenecks is one of the biggest problems that everybody's faced with. So that's what we're going to talk about next time. So until then, as always, stay productive, stay strong, and I will see you soon.